cars, 60 cars, and they look at the numbers and it hits their dashboard that this is how much we're going to have to pay for that fleet of cars. They're going to have ways or find ways to be able to absorb the impact of this tax, and that push them to create ways around tax compliance and continue to evade tax. So the net effect really is that you'll be losing revenue somewhere. Be thinking you're gaining revenue by implementing these taxes. So that is really it. We know clearly that it's not about carbon. This is not going to prevent anybody from driving. They know you don't have a choice. You will have to pay for it. The carbon will still be generated because the Ghanaian will have to move from one point to the other. So there is no way you're going to save or you can prevent people from polluting. So you're just trying to take advantage of the people and tax them more without a choice. And that is what we have actually been slapped with at this point.
Would it not perhaps be more efficient if government just wants to raise money, if that's all it's about? Should they not perhaps have considered maybe increasing the roadworthy, rate, or implementing some kind of charge that they can take from vehicle owners annually at DVLA, rather than making it a tax and attaching it to emissions?
So let's broaden it. If you are taxing people, you have to look at particular activity and the taxes around it. So you're only looking at transportation. So moving from one point to the other, how much tax can we put on the Ghanaian? Right? So you look at a part of that value chain, the fuel, and the fuel is overtaxed essentially. You look at your litter, and you look at the levies that are on it through the ESLA, through the special petroleum tax, and other levies that have been piled on. It's all just for you to move from one point to the other. You have to pay that fuel. We haven't done anything about that. We're still taxing, the driver for buying fuel, to be able to run their cars. So if you now say that after taking all those taxes, the road fund tax and all of it, you still want to now find ways around the same transportation value chain to tax them. You're not just being sensitive, to the same Ghanaian who is driving and has no option but to drive. Finding ways to tax them at all costs. That really is not being sensitive.